Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Zero Fats, aka Cam Jennings, coming at you on behalf of EpicConversions.com. You're watching the Zero Fats Returns show. I have a very special guest with me today. On the show, I have one Austin Borsuk. Nice enough to spend a little time out of his day to talk to us today. Austin, how you doing, man? Thanks for being on.
Pretty good. It's good to be on here. How you doing?
Good, man. Austin is an interesting case, you guys. Austin hasn't done a lot online. He's not some kind of six-figure, seven-figure guy. He's a newer guy. He's on a journey. He's on a journey to succeed online. He's a guy that doesn't really like his job very much whatsoever, and he's taken, man, some crazy steps to move ahead in this online game. And I have to tell you, Austin, I've been watching you for a couple months now, and like, dude, you're highly motivated. I talk to a lot of people, but you make things happen quick, and I love that about you, man. You're really moving. Can you tell me, and for people who don't know you out there, can you tell us a little bit about, how you went from this guy who was just working at a job, ho-hum, doing your thing, to being like the guy who wants to be done with that job and just start making money online? How did you make that transition? What happened, dude?
You know, I, just working there and dealing with all the politics and all the bull crap in the shop, you just get so tired of everything. So you start looking for any way that you can to get the hell out of there and get on to the next thing or do your own thing. For a while I was looking into real estate, and I spent so many hours researching that and dumping all my time into it, and I didn't do a single damn thing.
Yeah.
You
What do
know,
you
I
think?
just I never did it.
That's interesting, man. I have thought about real estate myself and looked into that because my wife and I were looking into buying a house last year. But what do you think made you not take action on the real estate thing?
It takes a lot of money to start, and
Really?
then you gotta butter those dudes up, and take them out to coffee and shit like that. And I don't want to do that. I don't know
Dude,
what you
I
do.
know zero
Have
about real
lunch.
estate. I know zero about real estate. Like, what do you mean? What dudes did you have to butter up in the real estate game?
The rest of the real estate agents who know where the good deals are and flipping houses and the rest of that,
Really?
like you want to try to get them to mentor you.
Wow.
You gotta hit them up and try to take them out to lunch, and it's all kinds of nonsense that you just don't wanna. I
Dude, I
don't.
had no idea, man. Now, do you, is it kind of a thing where people pay to be mentored? Is there coaching in real estate, or is it like you just kind of got to get in there with them?
You kind of gotta get in there, but you gotta make it like a mutual benefit thing. Like they're gonna benefit from you.
Wow. Interesting. That's really interesting. So what happened next, man? So the real estate thing kind of like you failed to take action on that. You kind of it was like whatever. I'm not into trying to butter all these fools up. I'm not into all that. So then what happened, man? How did you turn to online stuff?
Well, one day I had my dad talk to me about it. Actually, he was taking Danny Inney's course at
And
the
I know
time.
your dad. He's a good guy.
Yeah, most of the time. He is a dad, so he does a lot of dad stuff too. But no, he talked to me about it, and I loved it. So from there, I just dove right in head first.
And what course was he taking?
He was taking Danny Inney's course creation.
Cool, cool, man, cool. Very, very cool. And so he talked to you about it, and you were like, cool. So how long ago was this, man? This wasn't that long ago.
That was last year. That was the beginning of last year.
Nice. So you've been on this journey for a little over a year now. So uh, very cool, man. What was the first thing you tried online when your dad talked to you about it? What was the what tell us about some of the things you've tried, man.
I right before that, I was into I gave like creating stuff on Etsy a shot.
Oh wow, cool, cool.
We never even fired that up. There was plenty of ideas shot around, but that didn't really get started. We
Yeah.
never bought some of the supplies. We did buy some of the stuff, but it fell through completely.
That's funny, dude, because I used to do Amazon. I used to do Amazon. That was my main thing, man. That was the first thing I made money online doing was Amazon. I thought about Etsy, but whatever, man. Tell me about one of your failed ideas with the Etsy thing. What happened? What were you gonna create, but then it didn't happen.
We were gonna do bath bombs.
Bath bombs. What is a bath bomb, dude? Because I don't know. I'm a big dumb animal. What what is it, man?
Basically, it's a little ball of like it's like good colored and good smelling, and you drop it in your bath, and it fizzes, and it makes your whole bath a different color, and it makes it smell fantastic.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Are they big, man? Do people really get into these bath bombs? That sounds like something that women would just love.
Oh, they're insanely huge.
Wow.
So much money, it's ridiculous.
How much does it? How do you buy them? Do you buy them in like packs of 6 or something, or
You buy them one at a time.
one at a time? How much do they
One at a
cost?
time.
How much is a bath bomb?
Anywhere from $5 to $10.
Wow. And what kind of cost do you got in making one of these bath bombs?
Just like $1.50,
Okay,
maybe.
so that's pretty good margin. That's pretty good margin in that. What do you think? What do you think messed you up, dude? What do you think messed you up? How come you don't think you were able to take action on that one?
You know what? We tried creating a couple different kinds, and they would like fall apart, or they would just be terrible. They would like sink to the bottom of the bathtub, and they're not really supposed to sink like that.
So it's hard. So there's a learning curve to creating these bath bombs. It's not as easy as just putting it together. You got to get good at it. There's some practice involved.
Yeah, so we got kind of lazy and never really did it.
It happens. It happens. I don't even know if it sounds like laziness. It kind of sounds like a little bit of frustration from, not getting it right or whatever.
Especially when they got to chill for a 24-hour period. Man, open it up and it breaks apart as soon as you open the mold.
Dude, that is so crazy. That reminds me of when I first moved back to Ohio. I was in the Navy for a while, and then I first moved back to Ohio, and I've been doing this like entrepreneurial thing in my mind for a long time. I've been trying to like make things happen. And one of the things I tried was candle making, dude. I thought I was gonna get into this candle making thing, man, and I got this goat's milk wax, man. I drove up to Cleveland to get all my supplies. I was too cheap to order them online and have them sent because of shipping. I said, no, forget that. I'm driving to Cleveland and getting all my supplies. It's going to be cheaper. So I drove 4 hours to Cleveland to get all my supplies, brought all this stuff back, man. I bought my table for the flea market because my big plan was I was going to sell these damn candles at the flea market, and I was going to make tons of money. I thought I was going to be a millionaire selling these candles, dude. I don't know what I was thinking. Man, got out to that flea market, and I had one table that I bought and a bunch of candles on this table. And I looked around, and this was like the NFL of flea markets, dude. Everybody here was major league, dude. They had cash registers. And their booths looked like miniature stores, right? They looked amazing. I had this empty stall with a table in the middle of it and a bunch of homemade candles that I made. Like, man, dude, if you could just imagine, like a kindergartner playing the NBA or something. I sold a few candles, but that was it, dude. That was it. I packed it up and went home, and I don't know, man, but it was a fail. It was a big time fail. But anyways, I feel your pain on that, dude. I can appreciate it. So what'd you end up doing with all the supplies for the bath bombs? Did you just like get rid of it, or you still got it stored somewhere?
Oh, don't worry, they're still sitting all over the house.
That's great, man. It's a trophy of your failure, dude. So every time you wake up and walk around, you can see your failure everywhere.
Just in one big corner.
Yeah, it's awesome. No, okay, so cool, man. Listen, everybody's had failures. Everybody's been there. I mean, I don't think I've talked to a lot of people, man, and I'll tell you something. Every single person I've talked to, whether they were on the journey to succeed or whether they've actually succeeded, they've all had failures. And another thing they have in common is they've spent thousands of dollars on their education, on learning how to do what they do online. They've all spent money. We've all spent money. I've spent a lot of money trying to learn what I do, as have you, I know, as have everybody else that I've talked to. Lots of failures, lots of money spent to get where they are right now. Which kind of brings me to what you got going on. Now I know that you've just finished a product, the first 100, which I think is a great name. The first 100, 4 simple steps to getting your first 100 people on an email list quick, and how to repeat it. That's a great title for that book, man. And I like it because, and I've read through it. I liked it. And here's what I like about it. It takes a big, overwhelming task of putting a bunch of people on an email list to make money on the internet, and it breaks it down into a nice, manageable chunk that anybody can do. Anybody can put 100 people on an email list, and I really love that, man. It takes something really big, and it can be a little bit overwhelming, and it just kind of breaks it down for them. Tell me about the first 100, man. Tell me your story with that. What's it about, and what's it gonna help people do, man?
So basically, it's about getting your legs and getting your start together. It's about getting the first people on your list, and it kind of takes you through the steps of getting a landing page, getting your autoresponder. It talks about a couple different autoresponders, and it'll talk about where to get your traffic from and how to get more people who actually will sign up with you.
Yeah.
I wanted to take people and give them a real, actual baby step to their beginning, and not, there's so many people out there who want to try to sell a magic bullet. I actually wanted to really help people
Yeah.
instead of just feeding them a bunch of crap.
I love that, man. I love that, and it's really funny. There's a charm and an attraction to people who are showing you how to do things in a small, manageable chunk. I was talking to someone just the other day. When they were saying, someone said just the other day on Facebook, they wrote in a post like, "Hey, man, listen, what if I only have $50 to invest? What would you recommend that I do with that money so that I could be successful on the internet?" And I said, "Hey, listen, man, here's what I would do. I would find someone who was just like maybe one step ahead of you. Maybe they figured out a way to make like $50 or $100, and that's what they figured out how to do. They figured out how to make 50 or $100 a month, or whatever, and offer them to pay them $50 to show you what to do. And if they won't take it, offer them the $50, and then offer them your first $50 profit. They just show you how to make the $50. How did you do that? Find people who are just 1 or 2 steps ahead of you, because when everybody wants to like think about being successful online, they think about wanting to hire coaches who are like making millions of dollars. They think about wanting to hire these ultra mega successful coaches to help them, be successful. But really, what they probably need is someone who's just 1 or 2 steps ahead of them that can help them get to that level, and then hire another mentor to get to the next level, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good way to go about that. It's all about what you can do to actually make your steps.
I agree with that, man. It's funny because like you take a guy who's brand new and he's just beginning, and then you take someone who's been doing it for like years, right? And he's gonna show him how to get thousands of people on an email list. And like the tactics that you use to put thousands of people on an email list really quick, that might not be a good fit for that guy who doesn't know anything about autoresponders, doesn't know anything about anything, doesn't know how to write emails that make money, doesn't know how to do anything. In fact, that might be a little overwhelming. It might be a little bit like trying to make a bath bomb for the first time. And like, it looked easy enough. It looked simple in the videos that I watched, but when I tried to do it, my bath bombs just fall apart and sink to the bottom. They don't do anything. So I think that it's important. I like your special report, man, because I think it's important for people who are brand new to be able to just take 1 or 2 steps and not just try to jump all the way to the top. This is a great report for someone who's just getting started and they want to figure out how to build that first 100 people on an email list. And then, guess what? Once you learn how to do it, you do it again. You do it again. Pretty soon you got 1,000 people on an email list. Pretty soon you're making $100 a month. Pretty soon you're making $300 a month. Pretty soon you're making $300 a day. And it's amazing how fast it can happen, you know? It really is. But it all started with just a couple of baby steps. You know what I mean?
Yeah, once they start making any money, then you can scale it.
Yeah. And and I know that you're not a guy who is ultra, and this is what I like talking to people, man. I know you're not a guy who's made millions of dollars. I'm not a guy who's made millions of dollars. I know you're kind of sort of towards the beginning of your journey. I might be a few steps ahead of you, but we're just two normal dudes who are trying to make money online. And I just thought this was a good little report, dude. You know what I mean? So my hat's off to you, dude, because you don't see that a lot. You don't see a lot of people out there on Warrior Plus or JV showing people, hey, let me show you how to do this one little baby step. Let me show you how to do this, and you can build upon it. You don't see a lot of that, man. What you do see a lot of is people saying, hey, let me show you how to make $1 million in 30 days. Hey, let me show you how to make $300 in 20 minutes. Let me show you how to do that. And like people love it, man, and they buy into it, and then they're super disappointed and they're frustrated, because it doesn't work for them, and they wonder why, you know. But everything in its turn, man. It takes time to build a business. It takes time to build a business, and you got to crawl before you can walk. That's just the way it is. Tell me about this Flavor Splash thing, man. Before we started doing this interview, you were going to tell me the story about this Flavor Splash thing, and I'm like, man, what the hell is that? I want to hear about it. Let's save it for the interview. So tell me about this Flavor Splash thing, man.
All right, so I had this idea, and it was called Flavor Smashers. Well, my dad had a lot of help with this idea because at one point he was like, he does weird little things like mixing two kinds of cereals together. And he's like, "Hey man, I got this idea for a website and let's call it Flavor Smashers, where you smash two flavors together and make a video of it. Let's do it." And I'm like, "Okay, you know what?" So he
Two
kind of gave me
flavors? Wait a minute, hold on a second. Pause, dude. Pause. Two flavors of what, man?
two flavors of anything.
Holy crap, dude. Holy crap. So what happened? What happened? Did you guys put the website together?
You know what? I started to put the website together and I started doing little things about it, and then I kept getting off track. I would always get off track about it, and I
Yeah.
would I would like take it a bad direction.
What does that mean?
You
What does that
know?
mean to take something in a bad direction? Like, give me an example.
It started like going to like recipes of things.
Okay.
Recipes of the flavors I was smashing. No, it wasn't supposed to be that. It was supposed to be I was supposed to throw two things together, give it a review, and call it a day.
So you lost track of your vision. The
Yeah.
vision got messed up. Okay, I got. Hey, it's happened to all of us, man. It's happened to all of us. That is so crazy that you mentioned that, man. Because I was at the grocery store just the other day, and I was looking at the center aisle, and like I saw something called like Mountain Dew SA or something like that, and I was like, man, what the hell's that? And then I looked at it, and it was like all like three Mountain Dew flavors just mixed together. I don't know. It seemed gross to me, man. But I don't know. I guess people liked it, man. So
Have
I
you
don't know.
tried it?
I haven't tried it.
It's awesome. You gotta definitely pick one up.
You're kidding me, man. The Dew SA is good.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I got a bunch of cans in my fridge.
Holy crap, man! How long has that been out?
I don't know, maybe a couple weeks.
Wow. I'm gonna have to try it then, dude. I'm gonna have to try it, man. It sounds gross to me, man. Flavor smasher. Your dad was on to something. Your old man was on to something. Mountain Dew did the same damn thing.
Yeah, yeah, that was last year that
That's
I
awesome.
tried to do that, and I still have the logos and all that.
Hey, man. Anyways, that's cool, man. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me about it, dude. I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I love talking to you about this kind of stuff, man, and I appreciate you coming on and talking to us about, the first 100. So many people, like, create a product, and I was telling you about this before, but, like, I was reading a stat the other day. 95% of the people who try to make money online never make a dime. 95%, dude. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to who started to create a product and never finished. They never finished the product. Now, I've known you for a few months now, man. I've watched you create this product, the first 100. I think it's an awesome product that's going to help newer guys, get it together. And I've watched you create the sales letter for it. I've seen you take just relentless action to move forward. And I think it's awesome, dude. I'm really excited. When do you see yourself launching this product? Do you have a date in mind yet, man?
I don't really have too much of a date. I kind of wanted it to be around the end of the month, maybe the first week of next month.
Cool. That makes
Something
sense.
around that.
So you're kind of looking for like maybe early June on this one?
Yeah.
Cool, that makes sense. And by the time everybody sees this interview, this product is probably going to be launched. I'm probably going to put this interview up on launch day. So by the time you guys see this interview, there'll be a link to Austin's product, the first 100, in the description. Austin, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I know it's Saturday, dude. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this interview for me today. Blah! I really appreciate you taking the time to do this interview for me today, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's been fun.
All right, man. I'll catch up with you later on. Peace.
All right, I'll see you later.